Good morning all. I love it here. It's not hard to see why Palawan is often voted one of the most beautiful islands in the world to come and visit. Today I've got a beautiful day planned ahead of me. But yesterday I went to the World UNESCO Heritage Site, the Underground River. It's on the western coast of Palawan, about 2 hours drive from Port of Princesa. It's all quiet here now, 6:45 in the morning. But this place will be full of visitors all come to see the underground river in a few hours' time. But I'm going to do a little bit of exploring out of town to escape the crowds. First I'm going to go to the waterfall and then I'll be going to the mangrove river boat trip. So let's get some exercise and head south out of Sabang. Let's go. My plan today is go for this early morning 7 a.m. walk along the beautiful coastline to Sabang waterfall, which is only about 1 kilometre, but it's enough to get a little sweat on, get your lungs going a little bit. The path's a bit rough in places. Wear sturdy footwear, bring your camera, enjoy the scenery. There's not many ways you can have a better start to your day than this. Sabang's a small town on the western side of Palawan, as I just said. And if you were travelling here as an independent, I looked on some of the .com websites. And there was only 3 or 4 hotels, but there are plenty here that would take walk-in guests, and they're just not to be found on the .com website. So that's what I did. I found one from the .com website just outside the village, within nature. Beautiful place. Quiet, serene, fantastic views. And then for the last night I've come into town, into Sabang, as a walk-in guest to a guest house which is not on the .com website. Just trying to work out where the path is. There's a small entrance hut on the approach to the waterfall, and it's managed by the indigenous tribe here. So there's a small charge of 150 pesos, which I don't mind paying because it just goes to the indigenous tribe. So I think it's to a good cause. I also think paying these charges is an investment in our environment, because if we don't pay them, we'll lose these places forever. The hotel manager in the village told me the water was low, and it certainly is, but still a nice walk along the coastline, and it's still a lovely place to come to, nice and relaxing. It's traditional around these areas when it comes to a waterfall, or a place of natural beauty and natural surroundings, to sit on the right side of the encanto of the local spirit, the paddleboat. So I think in the interests of the local Christians, paddleboat, and that should protect me from injury or accident, I think. So far so good. I chilled for about 20 minutes at the waterfall before heading back. We all love waterfalls. But as I headed back, I got a bit of a shock. I think I spooked a monitor lizard, and he spooked me. Monitor lizard, just here. I have to make him move. See him moving? His big tongue. Wow, look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. You shocked me. You give me a shock. That's what I love to see. Back in Sabang now. Time to get the other two out of bed so we can go and see the mangrove paddleboat river cruise. Good morning, Linda.
Hi,
Good morning, Eric.
hello, bonjour.
Come on, let's go.
Nice day.
Whereas the waterfall was about a kilometre south of Sabang, the mangrove paddleboat tour was about the same distance but north of Sabang. So you walk all the way along the beach and a little bit further until you reach your destination, and you can't walk past it, and that's for sure. It's beautiful, that, isn't it?
Look at these trees.
And there's a small charge of 350 pesos per person, but I do believe it's a little bit less for Filipinos. The tour will take about 35 minutes, and that's to go 1 kilometre up the river and back down again. But just let me stop to laugh at my sister for a short while.
Ang bango-bango. I remember that fence on the road. And down.
Even these long-tailed macaque monkeys are laughing at my sister. But for the next 30 or 40 minutes or so, we'll be transported up the river on this paddleboat cruise. Jinky will give us all the information on the flora and fauna.
And the mangrove tree, they can grow in
We'll
the
see
brackish water
stalk-billed
and also purely
kingfishers,
saltwater and tropical.
mangrove snakes, monitor lizards,
So the Sabang mangrove paddle boat tour, this is the one.
archerfish, hornbill, sea eagle. There was so much to see, and it was so relaxing as well. But then Jinky let us in for a treat, singing the local mangrove song. You'll be whistling this tune for the rest of the day, I can guarantee it.
In Barangay Kabayugan, we could see and watch on the old unique mangrove trails. We shall ride in Bangka in a wonderful world.
So, I'll leave you with Jinky's fine singing, but just to say that there's a lot to see around Sabang. I'm glad I stayed, and I'm glad I took the time to have a look around. There was also lots I didn't have time to see, to be honest with you. But I'll be back in Palawan again soon, sooner than you know, actually, about 2 weeks' time. But I'll be heading up to El Nido and Coron next time. I'm looking forward to it already. It is a really beautiful place.
Comes to this unique place. Tommy, look the special test. Hey! Lobsters now are the best. Hey! Oysters are delicious. All of them nutritious. We must love and caring all aqua living things to support the livelihood. And the source are mangrove. Thank you, my friends. You are always welcome in mangrove again. Next year you will be come back again. We are waiting for you all the time. Thank you very much.
Thank
to
you.
visit here.
Very
We hope
good.
you enjoyed the tour.